Good morning, DJ. It is Friday, November 14th. I don't even know if you can hear me, DJ. Time is currently 9:29 a.m. It is a bloody good morning. DJ, if you can hear me, all right. Mhm. Yesterday, there was a power outage at the complex, so that's why I didn't show up for PM session. Last night, tried to turn on my computer, but my screen is just not cooperating with me, so I'm connected to the TV. So I'm just going through a lot of technical difficulties here today, but it's all right. Woke up today at around like 8:50, not 8:50, what the fuck? 7:50. Didn't get up moving until like 8:10 or something like that. Did half of my morning routine. All right. I just arrived right now on my TV screen. I would say trying to get this thing together at 9:27. Okay. Um. Yeah. I forgot how this thing goes. I do this every day, and I don't even know the damn routine unless I'm staring at it. As always, my weekly target is 5%. Daily target is $500. Mentor check-in. Is coming to me. Feeling generally okay. All right. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. I feel like I'm screaming. I don't know if you can hear me. Excited to continue to grow and get 1% better as always. And my laundry is going off, so it's loud there in the back. It's just a whole lot going on here today, DJ. Risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the game. Today, news, all right. We have news delayed, all right. We have news today coming out at 10 o'clock, medium impact news, 10 o'clock and 10:30. Obviously, high impact news got delayed because government is still shut down. We have news today making an optimal day to take a trade. Risk going into today is already predetermined, all right. Weekly program going to this week is a buy program. Let's go ahead and review price action overnight. See if anything's happened to change that for us here. Even if something has happened, all right, will be remaining to stay with our bias for the week. Dollars dropping lower, all right, digging deeper into the inefficiency, completely outside of it here. All right, and T-bonus seems to be consolidating, okay, between the monthly and the weekly here. I guess we're dropping. Let's go on a daily of these because I just did that. You know what? I'm going here because I just did that shit. MNQ dropping like a motherfucker. All right, we have 20-day low below price as the draw liquidity right now. We just took the previous week's low. Oh, gotta keep it honest. That's just a game. People don't play. For tonight, I'm yours. You kept up below midnight price for discount. So as far as my current understanding of price action goes, even though we're tanking, I'm still gonna stay with my higher time frame. But obviously, I see the drawn liquidity as the 20-day low here. That's just a game we both can play. exposure above this, I'll be interested here. I don't know what's happening with trading view, but I can't get an order in. That's how it goes. I want to see price there, but use this as an inversion. Oh, okay. Oh shit! Now it got me at 10. Bloody hell! It didn't even fill me at the right place. Interview, what is going on, mate? Anywho, I want to see price stay above this inefficiency here. This is crazy, bro. So DJ, I don't know if you can hear me, but with this trade here, okay, something I noticed is that we're in terms of the previous daily range, we were in a deep discount. In terms of the weekly, we were in a discount. 20-day look back, we were in a discount. Okay, so all three ranges were in discount. So the best trades here would have been to be looking for a buy. Okay, which is fair, we had the buy here, right? Post 10 o'clock, we had this buy here, comes in at post 10:15. Let me put that for you. So what I'm realizing is that where we are in the dealing ranges, right, really matters, right? I need to start paying attention to them and start picking my trades based on where we are in the dealing ranges. Okay, so this, all right, and then now this would have been a trade post 10:15. This would have been the trade for me here. All right, bear in mind that we're in a discount, right? Nothing wrong with this sell here. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with this sell here, but obviously we're in a deep discount. So best trades here with it is buys, right? Nothing wrong with taking the sells, but obviously when it fails, all right, you know for sure, hey, I'm on the wrong side and we're in a discount, and the best trade here for me is buying. And here I'm noticing that obviously sometimes it's not gonna be traced all the way into 50% here to give me the opportunity to jump on board on the train there. Noticing obviously that's why I have 0.25 here as well, because I know if I don't make it below here, I'm definitely going to make it below here. So I need to start incorporating 0.25. I want to kind of change it to 30. I remember I watched, I don't know what video it was, but was there was one. Yeah, it was the content, the monthly content. I don't know what month it was though. He said it's fixed with like 30, 25 and 30. I'm gonna add 30 and see and start paying attention to it and see what we switching out here. Just so I can start paying attention to it. Yeah. Cool. What? Oh, wow. Wow. I did not know you could do that with this. Let's do it then. What the hell? No, but oh wow, that's sick. Trading view, I like that. I like that. That's solid. What? That is sick. I did not know you could do that. That's new. That's solid. That's sick. Wow. That's what they needed, man. That is exactly what they needed. But TP wise, I'm not getting out there. That is sick, my guy. I'm like, what? Why is it creating a thing that I ain't do that? That is sick. That is solid. We appreciate that trading view. We, the people, appreciate that. It's an inversion entry. We're still in discount, right? So this is a long shot here. I like that feature though. 4, 5. And just leave the one remaining. No closure back above this inversion fair value gap here. With this inversion fair value gap trade, as you can see, this one closed above it. Was your warning bell, alarm bell. Came back into it. This is the candle I would have closed it off, but it didn't give me the opportunity to. It just took me out. Me back. All right, let's do a trade performance review and be done here. Uh, all right, DJ. So what I did well today, this morning on this Friday, is that I showed up. All right, I got 1% better. I gained experiences. I learned lessons that I'll take into my next trading session, next trading day. Showed up, even though I was, I didn't get tagged in the trade I wanted to get tagged in. It's all good, all right. I'm just happy and pleased I was able to anticipate it, all right, and watched it do as it's supposed to do. All right, this trade here, um, I'm still selling in a discount, okay, and that's really not where you want to be selling. You want to be selling in a premium and then buying in discount, all right. So took that on board today, and that's something that I've learned today actually. Move not learned, but like something that I noticed that I need to start paying attention to. Where are we in the daily ranges, right? First, we look at the daily, then we look at the weekly, and then we go on to the 20-day look back period where we are. Depending on where we are, all right, it depends on what kind of trade I'm looking to take um in that area of this of the range, right? So understood. If we get taken out here and we take that high, all right, I do want to see this busy, all right, invert price and keep price higher. Like this one was supposed to do, but it never came back. It never came back down into it, but we did come into the mitigation block here, this up close candle here. Okay, so yeah, very, 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 very interesting morning. What I felt short this morning would be wake up time and not completely finishing all my, not getting all my morning routine in. I got half of it in, okay, but I didn't get the reading and writing down my goals in. But I stretched, I meditated, all right, got my local workout in the morning there. So did half of my routine, but didn't do the whole thing. So I'll say that's why I fell short. Chart wise, let's go back in the day and see. I have to use my hand as my mouse thing, you know. I'm going through a lot, man. I'm going through a lot, DJ. It's crazy. All right, yeah, I was anticipating price to come there. Obviously, um, doesn't have to. Okay, they acted as breakaway gaps, which shows which is signs of strength, right? If that price isn't willing even to come down into those inefficiencies there, post 10 o'clock, nothing really. Well, we did have this buy set up, bing bang biggity bosh. Ah, this should have been the one I should have been waiting for to close below. Cool. Took this sell here, or nothing wrong with it. All right, we took opening range buy side here, displacement below, we closed below this inefficiency. All right, it meets the criteria for my trade, so I entered it. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, obviously, like we just talked about, we're selling in a discount, which well, we got taken out there. Fair enough. Same thing, right? Selling in a discount. All right, best buys occur in a discount. All right, best sales occur in a premium. And we were in discount for all ranges here. Okay, so we had no reason to be buying selling, because we're already in a deep discount already. All right, so which is fair. All right, lesson learned from today. Okay, when we took buy side here, we took us out of this trade. Obviously, you'd be anticipating for buy model 2 for price to come back into this inversion fair value gap, but it doesn't have to, right? It's been showing you strength from 9:30 opening. Right, so from there, I probably should have just what I'm learning, pay attention to, hey, we failed to even come down there, right? Failed to even come and take this low here, all right, and then displace higher, gave us a nice buy setup here, all right, in discount, all right. Oh yeah. So this really was the trade that I should have been looking for, all right, based on where we were at in the ranges. Okay, so I need to start bringing in the ranges again and just paying attention to them um more in terms of where we're at and what setup I'm looking to take in terms of where we're at in the ranges. Okay, fair enough. Yep, we got taken out here. This was a fine trade, right? But in terms of where we are in the ranges, it wasn't a fine trade. But in terms of checklist for trades, actually, ooh, I need to, yeah. So I'm gonna adjust that. And add in terms of the checklist, add the ranges in terms of where we're at in the range, and if it makes sense. Obviously, one of the ranges we have to be at least in a premium for one of the ranges, right, to be engaged in a sell. But if all three are saying discount, yeah, Alice, we're looking purely to buy. All right, it's also a pro trend trade, isn't it? So yeah, lesson learned. Yeah, I like that. It's an eventful morning. I like that. A lot of realizations, a lot of lessons, getting 1% better. So yeah, so I was anticipating price come into this inefficiency. Okay, but it didn't. But either way, we got a nice buy setup, buy model 1 here, buy setup here in discount, all right, of the range below midnight opening price. Let's add that on top of that as well. So there was a lot of confluences here for this trade. Obviously, I was anticipating price to come down into this inefficiency here, if that, or to 50% of the range, but it doesn't always have to. Okay, if it's strong and it's got somewhere to get to, it's not always going to retrace to the point where I want to be getting in that price. So we also have the 0.25, all right, below 0.25. I think I'm gonna add that in when I back test this weekend. I don't know if you know, I'm gonna back test this. I won't even have time to back test this weekend. After I'm done here, I have to pack and I'm away on a tournament. So I don't even think I'll be back testing this weekend, really and truly. But yeah, so I want to start paying attention to below 0.25, all right, and potentially below, let's do 0.25, because it would have got me in on this one here, 0.25. But I'll keep 0.3 there for now, all right, just so we collect data. But really and truly, below 0.25, anywhere between 0.25 and obviously 50, all right, is my entry zone. And below that is just a deeper discount. But yeah, I think I'm gonna bring back well, at least let's put 75 because I don't want to see it come below 75, but later down the line, well, not for today. But anyway, this would have been the entry for me here this morning, post 10:15. Okay, if I wanted to trade before that, this was the this setup here, all right, was setting me up to let me know that hey, I want to go up, right? So post 10:15, I'm waiting for another opportunity to enter the market in a up move. Okay, so yeah, this was the trade. Obviously, it doesn't come down into the inefficiency that I was anticipating, nor to 50% to tag me in a trade, but it does come into a BISI that's below 0.25, also below Queen's Credit encouragement matching up perfectly with 0.3 there. So that was a trade of the morning here. All right. All in all, to say that chart wise, I don't feel like I fell short anywhere, DJ. Obviously, the only thing I can say is selling in the discount. All right. That's the only thing I can say. Everything here was screaming at me, hey, look for buys, look for buys. We've already come down and done the damage. We took previous week's low. Okay, so there's no need, and which is a higher level, right? A higher level higher time frame level. So you're bound to see some kind of reaction from hitting previous week's low. Okay, so yeah, I should have known that going into today anyway. So but all right, no worries there. All right. I won't take no harm, no hurt. I'm not hurt, it's a demo trade. That's why it's like the weight has just been lifted off my back. It's just like, hey, I understand that in the beginning of my development, I'm gonna lose a lot. Okay, so it's best to do all that losing on the paper or demo trading account. Okay, where it's not taking anything from you, nor are you emotionally invested in any of these trades because you're developing, right? I'm developing. Either way, I don't care how many years I've been doing this. I'm still developing, right? I'm developing my model, my procedures, my protocols. So yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot in the beginning. And like I said yesterday, I tried to fight it so much. I've said it in DJ before, like I know that trading in the combines and the funded accounts was not the best way, obviously, to be learning and growing and developing my model here. But I was still doing it, all right. Like I acknowledge that it was not the best way, all right, but I was still doing it. So and it's actually done more damage than good for me, really and truly looking back at it. But it's okay. I'm not dwelling on it. All right. I'm moving forward and growing and seeking excellence and becoming better and learning to do things the proper way. All right. So now we're starting fresh. All right. I'm building confidence and taking my losses on the demo on the paper trading account where I feel no type of way about it and growing from there. And obviously, when I get to the point where I'm consistent and I feel no type of way about even trading the demo accounts, all right, then I'll be ready to go back into funded account or live trading if that's the route I want to take. I'm still debating, obviously, but for now, we're learning, growing on that paper on demo and feeling no type of way about the trades and just getting better. But yeah, yeah. Okay, we closed above it. Oh no, that's not the one that took us out. Nah. When we closed above it, came back inside here. Okay, and then this one closed above it. All right, so this would have been the candle I would have closed the trade on. Even though it's close to my stop loss anyway, it would have saved me at least a little bit of risk there, I guess. Right, but once it took us out here, okay, it doesn't come back into the inefficiency here to tag you in, as you can see. All right, just missed us an entry. So we do the break. This is technically a break off. So how can I improve for next day? That was a lot. How I can improve for next day, next trading session? Mind the titties. Free the nips, DJ. Free the nips. How I can improve for next day, next trading session is just keep showing up. All right, keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. All right, I'm getting a better grasp of price action and my model, my procedures and protocols, and what I'm looking for in price, and most importantly, when I want to be seeing my setup form. Okay, so I'm very happy and pleased with my progression so far. I think since going fully paper, fully demo trading, it's been very eye-opening. I've been loose in terms of not feeling no type of way about my trades and just really just paying attention to price action and yeah, not having no emotional attachment to my trade, really and truly, and just getting a feel for where price is going, the drawn liquidity, and just growing and gaining experience. It's just been amazing. And if you're a developing trader, please learn from plenty of people that have been in industry's mistake, all right? And don't feel like you have to experience it to feel it. You don't need to experience it. I'm telling you. Just demo trade, all right? Demo trade for like a full freaking at least 6 months, all right? A full year until you're comfortable, confident in what you're looking for in price, and you're consistently doing the same thing over and over, okay? Then all right, you're ready to obviously do whatever you want to do after that. But while you're developing, please learn from my mistake, because I didn't learn from my mentor's mistake clearly. Smart people, right, learn from other people's mistakes, and they don't repeat that mistake. They don't have to feel that same pain themselves to learn. All right, just learn from that, and just yeah, don't go that route, please. Anyway, yeah, just keep showing up, keep seeking excellence. All right, another amazing week in front of the markets, growing, getting 1% better, getting closer to my model, my procedures and protocols, and just basically understanding what I'm looking for when I'm in front of these candlesticks and when I'm looking for those things to happen, right? So let's look at what our schedule is looking like next week, and then we'll be done for the week. All right. Monday, Tuesday, we'll check on economy. When we come back, FOMC, Wednesday. All right, we got an action-packed week next week. All right, much better than last week, well, this week actually, because we had no news the first 3 days of the week, but still we were here collecting data. We learned a lot from this week actually. I can't say I'm gonna backtest this weekend because I don't think I'm gonna have the time to backtest this weekend. Nor will I be here to backtest. Sorry. Let's get back on this. I already just did this, bro. But yeah, solid morning. All right. I see where my trades were at. All right. And the trades that I did get in, I see where, the alarm bells would have rang, would have told me, hey, this trade is not going your way. So closure above it. Sorry, my knees, man. I'm old. I ain't got my young knees are feeling this standing up thing right here that I got going on because I'm improvising and have to use my bloody TV as my display because my shit ain't working. But anyway, what was I talking about? Bloody hell, this great memory of mine. Yeah, the trades that I did get in is what I was talking about. The trades that I did get in, right? I learned, obviously, not learned, but like something I've been paying attention to is when we close back above the inversion, which doesn't mean it doesn't negate the trade, right? Because the trade is still it's not done until we take that high for me anyway. But obviously there's characteristics that I've been noticing in price action that's letting me know that hey, I'm potentially offside and I need to do some reduce risk or get out this trade. And that's first one, alarm bells, is closure back above the inversion fair value gap, okay, or the fair value gap, wherever doesn't have to be an inversion. I'm seeing this, but I'm watching this right here. Seeing this inefficiency. We took buy side, lunch session buy side, displacement, we closed below this inefficiency here. All right. Initial entry would have been here. But time wise, right? Time wise, actually, time is right because we have been going up. Lunch, you anticipate a drop in to take some sort of liquidity. We have these two relatively equal lows here. I'm paying attention, all right, here. But yeah, first sign, okay, was a closure above here, okay? And if I wasn't doing something else, right? Like I was doing my review and going back in price. When we came back into it, all right, and this closed back above it, this would have been my cue to exit the trade right here. This candlestick would have been my cue to exit the trade. Even though it's like relatively close to my stop, all right, it still saves me a tiny bit of risk, right? It's not full stop out because I was able to get out before, it actually took me out. And going back to this one here, we got a closure above the inversion fair value gap here. That's alarm bells here. Either reduce risk, right, or take something off. For me, I feel much better taking something off. Okay, so I should have took something off here on this trade here. And then when this candle came back into it and we closed up, obviously it took me out. But obviously if it didn't do that, if it didn't already take me out, this candle, and let's say it closed above it here, then I would be closing the trade for sure, right? So here, alarm bells, reduce risk, take something off the trade, okay, because it's telling you that, hey, and I could potentially, and then this, when it does this, and obviously closes back above it, it takes you out anyway, but yeah, you would have reduced the risk here. Yeah, yeah. And then when it took you out, right? When it took you out, nothing wrong with that. Fair trade took you out, okay, and then it was confirming your buy model 1 in a discount, right? Buy model 1 in a discount. We have key low here, swing low, displacement, market structure shift, fair value gap. All right, A plus set up there. All right, we're also in a discount, right? Bearing in mind, discount, 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 premium, premium, premium. Come on, Alice, say it with me. Discount, we buy, premium, we sell. All right. Well, we're looking the best, right? Opportunities in those two perspective ranges are what I said. But obviously, you can buy in a premium and you can sell in a discount, right? Depending on where the drawn liquidity is in price and your weekly program. But other than that, yeah, solid stuff. Okay, I see a bunch of re-entries, okay, which I'm not good at, so I'm paying attention to them. Where when I get my setup, I'm seeing where the possible re-entries in price are. All right, so very happy and pleased with my performance this week. All right, I've learned a lot, I've grown. Yikes. I've learned a lot, all right, and I've got 1% better as a trader, as an analyst. So yeah, very happy with my development so far. Okay, I won't change anything about it. But DJ, enough rumbling from me, because you know what I do best? I'm a rumbler tumbler. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for next week, all right, to continue to grow and gain experience in these markets, find myself, find my model, my procedures, my protocols, and just keep showing up, doing the same thing over and over till it's like clockwork, right? It's boring. It's like another day at work. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for. I know when I'm looking for it, or I know when I want to be anticipating the market. So yeah, until next week, DJ, you know what it is, what it is, what it isn't. I'm gonna go pack, get ready to bounce for a long weekend ahead of me. I've got 14 games this weekend, 8 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday, then I'm back. Woo, these young knees, I've been putting them through it, man. I've been putting them through it. But DJ, until next week, use the weekend to build the life that you want. All right, don't slack. All right, don't go wasting your time, energy on bullshit. Put that time, energy, and money towards building the future. All right, building a better future for you, your family, the next generation, all right, and the people around you. All right, your future self will thank you for just sacrificing your time, your energy, and not having fun. Right, don't have fun. Wait till you're financially secure, all right, to then enjoy yourself, because that's when it will be more fun, because you're not having to worry about having to pay for things or do things, all right, because you've sacrificed your time, your energy, and built yourself up to now that you can enjoy life, right? Because that's what it's all about. But DJ, I'm out. I'm the trader, signing out. Good luck. I'm trying to get this. Good trading. Happy hunting. Right here, if we take that buy side there, okay, that short-term high that just created, all right, I want to see price, that inefficiency there, keep price higher. All right, so I just can't get over it, you know. I love it. I love it. I love my job. I love what I do. And that's how it should be. But anyway, DJ, catch you on the flip.